Hello everyone, I am Lerato from Sci Enza Science Center at the University of Pretoria, and today we are going to talk about starch. So first I will begin talking about nutrition. So what is nutrition? So nutrition is the science of how the body uses the food that you have eaten. And what are nutrients? Nutrients is any substance that a plant or animal need in order for it to live or to grow. So we have 6 fundamental types of nutrients. We have carbohydrates, we have proteins, we have vitamins, minerals, fats, and water. Right. So where do nutrients come from? Nutrients comes from the food that we eat, and they are very essential for disease prevention, for growth, and for good health. So we have many nutrients that are essential and that we need. So they are categorized in 2 groups. We have the macronutrients and we have the micronutrients. So under macronutrients, we have carbohydrates, we have proteins, and we have fat. And these must be eaten in large portions. Then we have the micronutrients. Under this, we have vitamins, and we have minerals. So under minerals, we would have anything that have calcium, anything with iron, or anything with zinc. So I will show you how your plate must look like when you eat it. So this would resemble your plate. So under your plate, we have vegetables, fruits, grains, and proteins. So here we can see that we must have more vegetables on the plate. Then on the other side, we must have equal amounts of proteins and grains. And we must have minimal or very little fruits. Right. So vegetables, grains, and fruits, all those, they fall under carbohydrates. So today our main focus is starch. That falls under carbohydrates. So one would ask, what is starch? So I will break it down for you guys, starting with sugar. Right. So we have 2 types of sugars. We have the complex sugar and we have the simple sugar. So under simple sugar, we have what we call the monosaccharides. Mono means 1, saccharides means sugar. So the examples of monosaccharides will be honey, would be fruits, or milk. Then we have the disaccharides. Di means 2, saccharides means sugar. So under disaccharides, the example would be the sugar that we drink in our tea or sugar cane. So these has 2 sugar molecules, right? Then we move to a complex sugar. So under complex sugar, we have polysaccharides. So polysaccharides, it's 3 or more sugar molecules together. And this is where starch is formed. So starch is formed by a plant through the process of photosynthesis. So a plant needs sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide to make sugar. And this sugar is called glucose. So the plant needs this sugar for energy in order for it to grow or to make other substances like cellulose and starch. But how is starch formed exactly in a plant? So a plant sometimes makes a lot of sugar that it cannot use immediately. So it takes this sugar and it stores it. And the stored sugar, remember, it's complex sugar. So it's 1 sugar molecule and 1 sugar molecule. So it takes all the complex sugars and it clicks them together to form a long chain. And this is what is known as starch. So if 3 sugar molecules are combined or more, this is what we call starch. So today we are going to perform an experiment testing which particular food have starch. So now we are inside a lab. I am going to perform our starch test. So the first thing first, I must have my protective gear. I have the gloves on, I have the goggles on, I'm wearing a lab coat, and I have long pants, and I'm wearing closed shoes. So I have a banana here that is cut up. I have brown bread, I have carrots, and I have potato. So here, to cut these things up, I used a knife. So if you want to perform this experiment, please make sure that you do it under supervision of a parent. Okay, I have iodine here. So I'm going to use iodine to test if any of this particular food have starch. And why am I using iodine? I use iodine as an indicator because it reacts to starch. So if a particular food have starch, iodine would change color and it will turn blue-black. If it doesn't change color, it means that that particular food does not have starch. So I will show you the original color of the iodine here. So this is how iodine looks like. Now I'm going to put 2 drops on each of these. So we can wait a few minutes to see if there will be any color change. Already we can see that our bread has, the color of iodine on the bread has turned blue-black, meaning that we can see that the bread has starch. Even with the potato already. The potato has turned, the color of iodine on the potato has turned blue-black. So a potato has starch. With the carrots, the color of iodine has not changed. It's the same as this one. So this will tell us that a carrot does not have starch. So now that we have put on our iodine, we can see that our bread turned black in the center, meaning that iodine has changed color, it turned blue-black. So this we can conclude that it has starch. Then the carrot. We can see that the carrot is a bit brown. This is the original color of iodine. So it has not turned blue-black, so the iodine has not changed color, and then we can therefore conclude that the carrots does not have starch. So let's do a recap of what we have learned. So we have learned about 6 types of nutrients, which are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and water. And then we have learned how starch is formed. Starch is formed through the process of photosynthesis. And starch is sugar because plants make sugar and then forms and connects the sugars to form a long chain, which is known as starch. Right, so this will be the end of our video. I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, I'm from Sci Enza at the University of Pretoria. Thank you.